In a world where celebrity emotions are often hidden behind rehearsed smiles and polished interviews, something truly raw and human just took the internet by storm. Dylan Wang, known for his charming confidence and rising stardom, broke down in tears while speaking about his deepest fear. Be sure to subscribe right now because what happened next, involving Shinyu, was completely unexpected and absolutely shocking. It started during what seemed to be a routine behind-the-scenes moment, an interview session following a photo shoot for a promotional campaign featuring both Dylan Wang and Shinyu. The atmosphere was light at first, the usual laughter between these two co-stars, whose chemistry has captivated fans since their breakout in Meteor Garden. They joked, teased each other, and shared their thoughts on acting, fame, and the memories they had created together. But then, the interviewer asked a question that suddenly shifted the tone of the entire room. What's your biggest fear? For a split second, Dylan froze. You could see it in his eyes, something deeper was stirring beneath the surface. The easy grin disappeared, replaced by a distant, almost pained look. He tried to deflect at first with a joke about insects, but the silence that followed made it clear that there was more he wanted to say. And then, in a voice quieter than anyone expected, Dylan finally admitted, "I'm afraid of being forgotten." The room fell silent. He blinked several times, clearly fighting back the surge of emotions rising within him. Then, with his head slightly lowered and his hands clenched on his lap, Dylan began to cry, not dramatically, not for attention, but in that vulnerable, raw way that comes only from confronting something deeply personal. It wasn't just about fame. As he explained through shaky breaths, his fear stemmed from childhood, a feeling of being unseen, unheard, always trying to prove himself worthy of being remembered. Growing up, he never imagined he'd become a celebrity. He never saw himself as the kind of person people would care about. And now, despite all his success, the fear still lingered, that one day, it might all disappear, and so would the love, the applause, and the people. Everyone in the room was caught off guard. But no one more than Shinyu. The camera panned to her as Dylan spoke, and what it captured sent waves across social media. Shinyu's initial reaction was pure shock. She sat there frozen for a moment, visibly stunned by the sight of Dylan crying. But then, without hesitation, she got up from her seat, walked over to him, and did something no one expected. She took off her mic, knelt beside him, wrapped her arms around him tightly, and whispered something inaudible into his ear. The cameras caught her lips moving, and though the words weren't picked up clearly, professional lip readers and fans alike have speculated that she said, "You'll never be forgotten, not by me." The clip spread like wildfire online. Fans reposted the video with captions like, "Shinyu's reaction is everything," and "This is what real friendship, or maybe more, looks like." Comments flooded in from people who admitted they cried just watching the moment. Some called it one of the most genuine interactions ever seen between two celebrities. And for the first time in a long time, the spotlight wasn't about rumors or scandals, it was about humanity. Following the viral clip, both Dylan and Shinyu became trending topics across platforms. While neither gave an official statement right away, fans began digging deeper, finding past interviews where Dylan subtly mentioned how important emotional support was to him, and how much he admired Shinyu's way of staying grounded despite fame. One particularly resurfaced clip from a 2021 talk show showed Dylan saying, "When I feel lost, Shinyu is always the one who reminds me of who I am, not as an actor, but as a person." It added a whole new layer of meaning to their bond. Were they just co-stars? Or was there something much deeper happening behind the scenes? Later that evening, Shinyu posted a simple photo to her social media, just a sky full of stars with the caption, "You shine brighter than you think." Fans instantly linked it to Dylan. The timing was too perfect, the message too poignant. And just a few hours after that, Dylan posted as well. He didn't talk about the moment directly, but he shared a photo of himself and Shinyu from a past drama shoot. In the picture, they're laughing mid-scene, his arm casually around her shoulder, both of them completely at ease. The caption read, "Thank you for staying when the lights go out." That's when the online world officially lost it. The combination of vulnerability, emotional honesty, and Shinyu's immediate reaction painted a picture far more powerful than any script could write. In a world that often glamorizes perfection, here were two people showing the truth of who they were, one who was afraid to be forgotten, and the other who reminded him that he never would be. Insiders from the entertainment industry began to weigh in. One producer who had worked with both actors mentioned, "Dylan is usually guarded. He doesn't open up easily." What happened in that interview was rare, and Shinyu's reaction wasn't rehearsed. That was real. Fans began revisiting all their past interactions, from on-set videos to award shows to interviews. Suddenly, every glance, every shared laugh, every casual touch became potential clues to a deeper connection. Some even created compilation videos titled "Proof That Dylan and Shinyu Are Soulmates," which garnered millions of views in days. But amid all the speculation and emotional outpouring, the most powerful takeaway wasn't whether they were secretly in love, it was the reminder that even the strongest people have their fears. Even celebrities cry. And Shinyu didn't stop there. A week after the interview, she appeared on a radio program and was asked about the moment. With a soft smile, she said, "Sometimes, the people who make others laugh the most are the ones hurting the most inside. Dylan has a big heart. I just did what any friend would do." But then she added something that truly shook the audience. She said, "When someone shows you their pain, it's a gift. They're trusting you. You hold on to that, protect it, and never let them feel alone again." Those words stayed with fans long after the broadcast ended. Rumors began swirling again about whether the two were actually dating. While no official confirmation has come from either side, fans have now moved beyond curiosity. They've become invested not just in a possible romance but in a friendship that's inspiring, healing, and emotionally powerful. Their bond, whatever it may be, has become a symbol of something bigger, authenticity in a curated world. In recent public appearances, Dylan seems lighter, freer. There's a calmness to his presence that fans are crediting in part to Shinyu's influence. And Shinyu? She continues to show up with her quiet grace, always lifting others, always present. Whether it's love, friendship, or something in between, one thing is certain, that one moment caught on camera has changed how fans see both Dylan Wang and Shinyu forever. It reminded the world that strength isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's in the quiet courage to speak your truth. And sometimes, it's in the arms that wrap around you when the tears come. So as fans continue to share the now iconic clip, create art, write stories, and send love their way, we're all reminded of one beautiful truth: even stars need someone to hold on to when the lights go dim. And in that moment, Dylan Wang found his light, in Shinyu. Don't forget to subscribe, because their story isn't over. Not even close. What's coming next may just be more emotional, more real, and more beautiful than anything we've seen before.